Facebook has this thing called relevance, which we'll dig into in a minute, but relevance, just in a nutshell, impacts how effective your spend is. And relevance is about how much does the audience you're targeting actually want to see this ad. And if they don't want to see it, you'll pay more to put it in front of them. You think about it, if you go on Facebook and your timeline was filled with stuff that you don't want to see, it's going to put you off going on Facebook. So it's damaging to the tool that's delivering it. But relevancy scores are really, really important because Facebook are very upfront about this. If you go and read what they say on their own website and in their own help information about relevancy scores, they tell you some of how it works. And one of the key things that they say is that they only want to show adverts to people to whom those adverts are most pertinent. And like I say, think about it. If you kept seeing adverts for stuff you're not interested in every single time you went on Facebook, it might put you off using Facebook as a platform. And that feeds back into relevance, yeah. So if you go hide all posts from this page, or you go hide this post, or dislike, all of that kind of stuff. Now, the other thing that I think will feed into this, but isn't fully yet, or not to the best of my knowledge, is you can now like, love, sad face, angry face, all of that kind of stuff as a reaction. I don't think it'd be too long before that reactions data is also either used on relevance scores or is used for you to target people. I only want to send this ad to people who are angry at that post. Or the people who loved it, not just the likes, I want to send it to the people who loved it. You can't do it yet, but it's a logical next step, isn't it? Because they're collecting the data. A high relevancy score, I've said this already, but a high relevancy score will lower your cost of advertising. And I've seen this myself. There's things I've gone to share, and bear in mind, Facebook does a prediction on the relevancy score when you build the ad. So when it tells you the expected reach, it's using a predicted relevancy score at that point. And it's doing that based on similar ads that have been uploaded either by you or by other pages. Play with this and you'll see it yourself. Put in an ad, or even a boosted post, and change the audience. And set different audience criteria, and depending on what criteria that you set, it will show you this will reach between 3,000 and 10,000 people. Change the criteria and not the budget, and it will say this will reach between 300 and 500 people. Change it again, it might say this will reach between 6,000 and 9,000 people, all for the same budget, because of how relevant the audience you've chosen are versus what it thinks the advert is. Yeah, now if you're getting more people for the smaller budget, Facebook thinks the ad is more relevant to those people and they're more likely to want to see it. Now it doesn't mean that they're the audience you're trying to get. That's the difference. The audience that's most relevant to you in terms of what you're trying to attract might not be the audience that Facebook thinks are most interested in what you're posting. The other kind of things to say is the more targeted you are, so this is going back to my point about audiences, the more targeted you are, the more likelihood there is that you can improve your relevance score, which in turn means the more likelihood you can get a bigger reach for less money. But bear in mind the caveat of what it thinks are relevant and what you actually want isn't always the same. The other thing is positive and negative feedback on the ad does make a difference.